Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, the countdown continues. We are 3 days away from the premiere on my new true crime channel, Sinister Intent. The first story I have for you is one for the books, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So I'm going to get back into this news. There's a saying that every child deserves a parent, or both parents. But not every parent deserves a child or children. This story I'm about to tell you that recently broke out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, involving this green-haired thing. It's absolutely horrifying to hear. This woman that you see up here, this juggernaut female, her name is Brooklyn Davis, 26 years old. I got a lot of scribble on my notes over here. She has twin babies, 19 months old. The male baby is in the hospital right now fighting to recover. The 19-year-old little girl is gone already. These children were starved severely. I'm gonna let you see this news video describing the horrible treatment these children endured, or how lack of attention they got. Every time we do these child abuse stories, it's the same type of thing: extreme neglect. Take a look at this and we'll come back and talk about it.
In 61st District Court today, a devastating case of child abuse and neglect. A mother, Brooklyn Davis, age 24, charged criminally in connection to the death of her 19-month-old little girl. That girl found weighing just 13 pounds at the time of her death, according to court documents. Police saying that this is a clear case of abuse and neglect.
We responded to a 911 call from the mother of this 19-month-old girl.
In an apartment on Eastern in Grand Rapids.
Absolutely disgusting conditions.
Police say children were living in filth with an infestation of bugs and lice. The conditions so bad that a call on August 22nd would prove to be the worst.
Just horrific scene to go to.
A 19-month-old girl found dead. According to court documents, she was severely malnourished.
Looked like her diaper hadn't been changed in weeks. Absolutely disgusting conditions.
The 19-month-old's twin brother in the hospital still, also severely malnourished.
He was rushed to the hospital, admitted to the ICU, where he's still being treated.
An 8-year-old who was physically okay was taken from the home.
There was a dog in the residence, which looks like it hadn't been let out for weeks.
This charge is felony murder.
This woman, the children's mother, Brooklyn Davis, in court Wednesday, charged with felony homicide and first-degree child abuse.
From all the facts, it was clear that this child was starved to death by the mom.
In front of the home where these horrible things are alleged to have happened. Teddy bears to remember the little life lost here.
Thankful that one child is still living.
Davis not issued bond in this case. Her next court date is set for September 10th. Reporting in Grand Rapids, Julie Dunmeyer, Fox 17 News.
Top 3 most horrific things I've ever seen in my life.
Tonight, we're learning more about the neglect and death of an 18-month-old baby.
A Grand Rapids woman was arraigned today in connection to the death of one of her children and the alleged abuse of another. Police say the child was found malnourished with exposed ribs and in terrible living conditions.
News 8's Adriana Doria talked with the baby's great aunts and the police chief about what he's describing as one of the worst scenes he's ever seen. She joins us in the studio with more. Adriana.
Brian Amber, 24-year-old Brooklyn Davis is charged with murder and first-degree child abuse after one of her children was found dead and the other was severely found malnourished in their apartment off Eastern Avenue Southeast, just south of Wealthy Street. It's an incident that Grand Rapids Police Chief Eric Winstrom is describing as horrific. Tonight I spoke with the child's great aunts who say they're still wrapping their heads around the news, and they say it should have never happened.
She's our great niece. She could have been somebody, something. She could have, I don't know, It's hurtful. It's very hurtful.
Family members left grappling with the loss of their loved one, 18-month-old Sky Swope, who was found dead inside her home.
Even thinking about it, talking about it, is really hurtful because it's just it was so much she could have did.
Grand Rapids Police Chief Eric Winstrom says Sky was found severely malnourished and neglected from her mother, causing her to die of starvation.
I think there's one person to blame for this, and she was arraigned today, and she'll have to answer for her actions.
Sky's mother, 24-year-old Brooklyn Davis, arraigned on Wednesday on murder and first-degree child abuse charges. Winstrom says Sky was found weighing 13 pounds, which he says is less than what a 3-month-old would weigh at that time.
Sores extensively on her body, exposed ribs, just absolutely horrific scene in the house with feces from an animal, lice, bed bugs, just the worst conditions possible.
It's a scene Winstrom says was so terrible, it will be hard to forget.
Top 3 most horrific things I've ever seen in my life. The pictures of this baby and the abuse to this child is probably the worst images that I've seen in years, if not ever, and it's going to be difficult to get out of my brain.
One of Sky's great aunts, Kari Torres, speaking out and hoping something like this does not happen to anyone else.
Don't kill your child. Reach out. It's always outreach. It's always somebody out there that could steer you in another direction.
Angela Torres, another one of Sky's great aunts who did not want to put her face on camera, continues to wrap her head around the news, wanting to hold Sky just one more time.
I love the baby. I know she's an angel in heaven now. And I even love Brooke. 'Cause she's like family. I love her. And I do forgive her, but it hurts. It hurts.
Davis is expected to be back in court in September. Sky also had a twin brother. He is recovering in the hospital right now, and Davis's other child was taken into CPS custody. The family tells me they are planning a candlelight vigil for Sky sometime this weekend. Live in the studio, Adriana Doria, News 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, some people need to be shown the flowers immediately. And this woman right here need to be shown them right now. No jail time, no nothing. You starved your babies. You have twins. You know how hard it is to have twins? And how taxing it is to take care of them? I understand that. But did you hear in fact, we'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna show you why this woman right here deserves the flowers. Watch this. I'm looking at the article. It says first responders were called to her apartment at 525 Eastern Avenue on August 22nd, a week ago. Brianna Robinson says this is the first time she has ever been inside Davis's apartment. Now, watch this. It says here Brooklyn Davis is 24. So I guess she's 24. We'll dismiss the 26. The news article says she was 26. But it says it's the first time now this is the neighbor talking, has ever been in her apartment. And then quote by the neighbor, she never let anybody in her apartment, Robinson said. When you walk in her apartment, it's just terrible. Like the smell, it chokes, it gags you, and you can't be in there for too long. Anaya Miller, who lived on the floor above Davis, explained that she often saw the mother of 3 out partying. We party. I've known Brooke, but she never brought up her kids, Miller added. Court documents show that her child died of starvation and malnutrition and weighed 13 pounds at the time of death. 13 pounds, a little girl, 19 months old. They said that's the around the approximate weight that a 3-month-old weighs. Said records show that the baby girl's bones were visible and her head appeared much larger than her body. This is like equal to the worst thing I've ever seen in my career, Winstrom, which is one of the police officers, said. The baby's twin brother was immediately rushed to the hospital. Davis's 8-year-old who was physically okay was taken from the home, which we seen that. Listen, all the children were living in an unclean house infested with lice and bed bugs, according to court documents. I'm right next door. I didn't hear crying, screaming, barking, nothing. Coriana O'Neill said. O'Neill has lived in an apartment complex for 3 years. I never seen them. I never knew she had them. Talking about the children, O'Neill said. This neighbor added, she feels guilty despite not knowing what was going on next door to her. Just seeing the little black stains in front of the door, I felt something bad was going on. But I just didn't think too much about it, O'Neill said. The three neighbors explained that they had wished Davis had just asked for help. I got a 5-year-old. I could have helped you if you needed a break. You could have sent your kids upstairs, Robinson said. Michigan Department of Health and Human Services has signs to look out for abuse and neglect. Click here to learn more, which I'm not going to do. But anyway, we see this a lot. Children don't ask to be here. But we got irresponsible people that are supposed to be adult that bring them here, whether it's for purposes of extra money or bucking the system or just thinking they can keep a guy or just want a baby. That's the wrong reason why to bring a child here. Twin kids. House full of animal feces, lice, vermin, all kind of stuff. For what? That place ain't look like that when you got it. Them babies ain't make that mess. They little. Man, let me show you something. These are some of the pictures from the house, right? Now, I can't see them because I got them up here, but I'm going to show you. I got them right here. I'm going to show them to you. This is what they found when they came in the house. Dirty ass bath water. Bed with no sheets on, no nothing, just laying there. Dirty ass bathroom. Stuff on the floor. You can tell, guys know, we can tell when a chick is down bad, whether we meet her in a club or she looking fly and she on Instagram doing this and doing that. And you can look when you look at their bathroom or when you look at their bedroom. You know, she wasn't doing too good. You could have asked for help. That's the thing. It's this pride level that human beings have that's so bad that they'll let their own children suffer rather than look a certain way, when a lot of times they won't look a certain way because things happen when you were a struggling mom dealing with other struggling moms. But didn't ask. Did you see the family members? They was big as hell. Great aunts, big as hell. We love the kids. We this, we that. They ain't missing no meals. You could have sent the kids over there. Hey, I'm fucked up. Can you help me? They said the baby had on a diaper that wasn't changed in weeks. Do you know how raw the groin area was on that little girl? Sickening. You wasn't feeding her, so evidently she wasn't shitting that much. Man, this is messed up. You out there getting it in the club, partying, fronting like it's nothing. You hanging with a girl and then you know you got children. They said no sounds came from the house. From the house, no sounds. No animals, no nothing. House full of shit, animal shit. House stinking. But you out in the club, you don't think that funk transfer out? And guarantee you it's some clown that's gonna hit this green-haired juggernaut. That's the problem. You thinking about yourself, how you out partying and your babies is home. Messed up. Messed up. Where the dad? Who knows? Same shit like in all other damn stories. I don't feel nothing. I feel nothing. How? I can't. Wherever you are right now in life is a position that you put yourself in without thinking further in the future. And that's the problem. A lot of these people that have children and be by themselves, they never thought past the decision itself. There is no plan B, plan C, plan nothing. Having a child is a huge responsibility. It is. That's another thing you have to worry about, another life you have to worry about in addition to your own. If you ain't got it in order, what the fuck you bringing somebody else here for? Misery love company. I don't mean to scream, man, it's early, man, but damn, man, come on. This story ain't even get a lot of views. It's under 1,000 views. I seen it, I'm like, I got to do it and put the word out. This is something that's happening right now in another state, another place. People just neglecting their kids. How you sitting out there in the club, drinking, smoking, laughing, eating, and your baby's at home fucking starving? I'm sorry, I'm slobbing. This angers me because you see it a lot. This younger generation of people don't care about nobody but they self. And it's not all of them, but I mean, damn. They said the baby's eyes were sunk in the head. All the bones showed. I don't know if you guys ever been really, really hungry to where it made you aggressive or it made you just feel like just laying there and not doing nothing. Starvation in itself is a serious punishment. It's torture. And you did this to a little baby, so their head was bigger than a body. I'm gonna tell you something. I seen a boy when he was younger. I was in about 4th or 5th grade. I went to an all-black school, and Puerto Rican school primarily in Camden, New Jersey. And I never forget it. He had a really big head, and they would tease him. And his neck was like strained. Come to find out, this child was starved by his parent, she put him in a bag and threw him in the river. A homeless person seen her and went and got the baby out the thing, called the cops. The way he grew after he started eating again and stuff, he looked weird, like his eyes were messed up. And this is years after, but he just looked off like something was wrong with him. When babies are young, their bodies are developing and they need nutrients and they need a lot of sustenance for their brain activity, motor functions, and everything as they're growing. That baby's nothing but 19 years old and was starved like that. Her brother is trying to recover. How you think he'll look? How you think it affected his mind and him growing and like his cell reproduction and all this type of stuff? Motherfuckers don't think like that. They don't think like that. We know how to biologically take dick and have a baby or put our dick in somebody and have the baby, but we don't know nothing about what goes into it. Babies don't come with instruction manuals. Neither does life. But still, there's one thing, right and wrong. Hell, animals take care of their babies better than human beings nowadays. And it's messed up. Them were cute babies. Now one of them gone. When I'm gone, they need to take her outside right now, stake her to the ground in the sunlight or the weather, and just let her sit there and starve out with the elements. This is not right. It's not right. And the punishment they give these people is not right. She'll still get to eat. That baby fucking won't. She'll still get to laugh, still get to write letters. Still hope somebody put money on her books so she can eat ramen noodles and ho-hos or whatever the fuck them chocolate cakes is nobody like. She can eat all that shit. Still get to laugh. Still get to make friends in jail. Still have some simps still trying to hit while she in prison. What the little baby get? Nothing. Anytime you take a human life, your life should be taken away. You should have your citizenship stripped. You either be exiled or you either taken out of here. You should not have no chance of getting out. She'll get up in there, look at the house, throw that bullshit excuse you see a lot of people do. I'm a struggling mom. I don't know why I did it. I'm this. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. Your baby's dead and you did it. You did it. Who sits there and looks at a baby crying and emaciated and thinks nothing of it? As a mother, I got to do something. You called the cops only after the baby was far past fixable. And the brother. I'm done. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I got to keep it real, man. This is bullshit. Regardless of if that baby is yours or not, how do you sit there and watch that? That say a lot about your mindset. Say a lot about your heart. Say a lot about your thinking. Say a lot about how you think about human life, especially something that come from you. A lot of times the reflection of these abusers on their children is how they feel in the inside and dissatisfaction with their life and where they're at. They put it on the fucking baby. It's unfair. Dirty ass house. Dirty ass heart. Probably dirty ass coop. You know what? I'm done. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.